Good morning, everyone. I hope you're having a great day. Today it is freezing here. I woke up this morning. I work in Celsius and it was -10 with a wind chill. You'll have to translate that for Fahrenheit. Even though I live in the US, I still do my temperatures in Celsius. And it was freezing here this morning. And my husband is away on a business trip. And so I got up a little later than normal, not super late. I was awake, but the house was a little cold. So I was like under the down duvet and I don't want to get up and go out in the cold because I knew it was going to be a cold walk today. But I did. I would never refuse to go walking. It has to be pretty cold for me not to walk outside, or pretty miserable, because I love to walk. So I hope you guys are all having a great day, getting ready for the holidays. I'm not ready yet, so there's that. But I will be ready, I guess, with whatever I have on time. We are going to visit my parents-in-law this year, so that will be good. And our son is going to meet us there. So I have been switching the last few weeks, or the last week, into making cards for the new year, because we're kind of past the time when we can craft for Christmas if we don't have our supplies yet. Because right now Stampin' Up! Is a little bit backlogged with shipping, but there is a free shipping special on Thursday. So if you are wanting to get craft supplies for the new year, or maybe you're thinking ahead already to next year's holiday season, there are some great deals to be had right now. The clearance rack there's still a lot of stuff on the clearance rack. So you can pick up a lot of good deals on there. We've got our holiday catalog retiring. So the free shipping orders, you have to be over $75 and you get free shipping. So that is always a nice thing this time of year. And in terms of shipping delays, if you order on Thursday, you will very likely not get your stuff before Christmas, but you should get it sometime in the, after Christmas. And it's nice to get that extra amount off, so you don't have to pay for your shipping. Good morning, everyone. Marty, is Facebook hiding, making me hide again? I did go live a little bit later than normal, but hopefully now people are finding me. Not like last week where I went live in a different group. Free shipping is great. Great, Marty says. Yeah, it is. So, Thursday all day, one day, free shipping special for everyone, and for demonstrators, for customers. So make sure, I will be sending, if you're on my email list, you will get notification about the free shipping that is on Thursday and when it's starting. All right, now that I have a few of you on here, I'm going to delve into today's card. Let's take a look what we are casing today. This card has quite a few layers. Some of them are hidden because they kind of blend into each other. But we've got a designer series paper layer, this kind of gingham layer. Then we've got an emboss layer. And then we have two more layers of designer series paper, a focal point layer, and a label layer. Now, when I see this many layers, I usually probably delete one of them. So I did do that on my card, but I like having lots of layers to work with because it makes it easier to build a card, especially for beginners. Actually, some people might think this might not be a beginner card, but I like to think that this actually is a beginner card because the more stuff that there's already on there, the layers, it's just like putting a puzzle together. And you just kind of mimic the card. So let's take a look at the sketch. So here's the sketch, and that will give you some basic dimensions on how to put this card together. I usually tweak my dimensions just a little bit, but that's totally okay to do that. And just you can move some of the layers around, and I did that too. So this is just kind of to give you a starting point so that you don't have to scratch your head and think, what are those dimensions? Okay, I'm going to hide these now. Good morning, everyone. I'm going to pop over to my other camera. I think I've got it set up. And I'm going to show you my card. So it's been cold the last few days, so guess what I made? I made a card that looks like summer, that reminds me of summer in hopes that I will feel warmer. It hasn't helped yet, but I'm working on it. So this was a stamp set called Glad We're Friends from the annual catalog. And the annual catalog runs until the end of April. And I think this little stamp set is so cute, and it's great for friendship cards. It does have a happy birthday in it too. And I paired it with the Butterfly Kisses paper. So you can see that paper in the background and here along this edge here. So it's a high energy, colorful paper, but I think it works really well to bring the energy to the card. You know, the fact that there's a fan on the corgi means that the corgi is hot, right? And so we're thinking summer thoughts when we're building this card. So I think it's really cute. Got a little bling on there, a little baker's twine bow, and so just a really adorable stamp set. And we're going to do it with a little different paper so we can see if we can make a slightly different looking card just by changing out the paper a little bit. Okay, so as I mentioned, this is the Butterfly Kisses paper, and it matches a different bundle, but it's got a lot of butterflies, but it's also got some neutrals paper in there. It's a very high energy, pretty summer paper, and but very fun paper. Okay, that you could pick some of it up on this free shipping special coming up. So then the Glad We're Friends stamp set. Isn't this cute? So cute. Look at the little cat with a crown on it. And you can pair it with this greeting. A friend like you comes along once in 9 lives. It's just a really cute friendship set. And then this is the Cracker and Treat Box dies. And this one comes with a whole bunch of cute little labels. So I actually use this little label out of there to cut out this label here. So this die set actually has some other peripheral things like little tags and stuff and banners that are useful for your card. So this die set is not just for making that 3D box. Okay, let's switch over. Let's get started. And we'll start off with, you know what? I don't know. Let's start off with stamping our focal point layer first, and then we'll try and build the different colors of paper around there. You can tell me what you think when we make some choices. So I'm going to use Memento Tuxedo black ink. This is like our standard black ink. It isn't waterproof, but it is great for coloring with alcohol markers, which is what I'm going to be doing today. So we've got the little corgi with the fan on a D block, and I'm just going to ink this up. This piece of basic white measures 4 inches by 2 3/4 inches. And I'm going to pop this right about here. Not too close to the bottom, but close enough. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Okay, and there's my little stamped image. And then we're going to add on this little guinea pig over here. We'll put him right about there. So cute, right? Very sweet. All right, then we're going to take some Stampin' Blends. And I'm going to take, let's do the Corgi first. I'm going to take Calypso Coral Light. This one's, I don't know. Most of them have no trouble opening. My Calypso Coral is stubborn. Okay, so we're going to just add Calypso Coral Light to this Corgi's body. And then we'll come around and we'll do a little bit of shading just with the same marker. I'm just going to use the light one because the dark one's going to get really, really too dark. So just come here, do this. I'm actually going to just hit the tongue very lightly too. Which I forgot to do on this one, but that's okay. I didn't notice until I was photographing it. Corgis usually have, well, I don't know if they all have, but they have kind of a white spot on their belly. I was quite fond. We had a Corgi Sheltie mix. We didn't, but our neighbor had a Corgi Sheltie mix called Shelby back when we lived in Tennessee. It was a very sweet dog. And I think the Queen had Corgis too, didn't she? There's a little Corgi. He's so sweet. All right, now we're going to do the guinea pig, and we're going to use the medium Stampin' Blends. And then when you get the medium, they come in with 2, and on here you're going to see a number SU 500. And the other one will be, I think, 600. So I just labeled mine on the end with medium and SU 500, so I know when I am doing this which color I'm using. So if you want my little labels, I've got all of mine labeled on the ends. I have a document for that, and you can find that down below in the description of this video. And you can grab that. It's a PDF. You can print it out, and I printed mine out on basic white cardstock, and then I used a 3/8 inch circle punch to punch out the little labels, and then I used mini glue dots, these little guys that come on the roll. They're little glue dots, and then I use those to attach to the lids of my markers. If you don't have a 3/8 inch circle punch, look down below. I have a link over to Amazon to get a 3/8 inch circle punch. I don't think Stampin' Up! Ever sold a 3/8 inch circle punch, but that's what I use for punching these little guys out. The other alternative is if you want to make them sticky right away, you could print them out on Avery full-size sticker sheets, like that have no extra cuts on them. They're just a full label of stickers, and then you can stick them directly on here, avoiding that extra step of adding a mini glue dot. But I actually like doing it the mini glue dot method. That's the way I use. I actually have Avery full-size sheets, but this is the method I choose. Okay, so that was a long roundabout, but I wanted you to know about those labels. And if you are on my blog, you can look at resources, the resources menu, and you will find my Stampin' Blends labels under there. Okay, so we're going to do the little guinea pig now. And we're just going to color the guinea pig the same way I colored the corgi. We're going to just avoid the area in the center and leave it white. Often guinea pigs are colored like that. They have a white spot. There we go. And just come down here. I'm going to leave the little bottoms of the feet white. Okay. So next I'm going to take my Smoky Slate Light, and I'm just going to come underneath the corgi. I'm just shading underneath the fan, the corgi, and the guinea pig. All right. And then we'll color the fan, and I'm going to use the Smoky Slate Dark, and I'll just put a line right there at the bottom. And then we'll do Smoky Slate for the rest of the base. And then we'll do Parakeet Party Dark. So I'm just adding an element of Parakeet Party to the colored images just to tie in the colors. Parakeet Party is one of our in colors. It's a very trendy, bright green, like a parakeet. And I'll use my Parakeet Light to color in right there. So how fun is that? So there is a little image colored. Stampin' Blends are really fun to work with because they're markers, but they don't leave that little dot when you come up because they're alcohol markers. They blend in together. All right, let's make some decisions about color choices. So we're gonna set this aside. Let's bring in our card base. This is 11 inches by 4 1/4 inches and scored in half at the 5 1/2 inch mark. I'm going to use the bone folder to fold this flat. Okay, so we're going to have our first, actually, I think I'm set on having this paper right here because I already cut it to size, and I think the back side wouldn't look as good because it's going in the wrong direction, the butterflies. So we're going to definitely use this side, but I have some color choices coming up. So this is 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. So we're going to glue that down in a second. Actually, you know what? Let's glue this down because I know I'm going to use this. We'll go ahead and glue it down. I am definitely... We don't have a color choice with this one because it just is. All right, I'll just center that on here. And then we have another color choice. So we can either put Starry Sky or we could do Calypso Coral again. And then we could do with Starry Sky, I think I would do just these regular pieces of paper, and we could build it like this. Okay. Oh, and we haven't done our little label yet. We need to do that. Let me cut the label. Oh, just meditate on that for a moment and see if you like that energy. And let's cut our little label. I've got the mini box out here. The cracker and treat box dies. I think I have my other cutting plate somewhere. Where is it? Okay. The cracker and treat box dies. This one needs the full Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. But if you're just cutting the little labels or the little hearts or stars or these guys here, you can use the mini boss. And so I've got the little mini boss right here, and I'm using number 3 plate as my base plate, okay? Not the plate, not the number 1 plate that they suggest, because it doesn't work well for me and for many other people. So you can try it with the number 1 plate, but number 3 works brilliantly. And I'm going to use this label right here, this banner, and I'll just pop that on there and pop the other clear plate on top. So it's number 3, a clear plate, the cardstock, the die with a cutting edge down, and then another clear plate on top. And then we're going to cut this or roll this through. little mini boss. Okay. We have our little label here. Throw that away. Mini boss is great to take with you if you are traveling because it's light and it folds up. And now that I know how to work it with the correct plates, I am just so happy. Okay, and then we're going to stamp this little guy on here. Glad we're friends. Okay. And this is Parakeet Party cardstock. Okay, so let's have a look. We've got this little one right here. What do you think of this? This is Starry Sky, and we'll pop this on here. And that's how that one will look if we do it in that way. We could also do, change things up a little bit. Could do that. Or we could stick with the Calypso Coral. And we could do, I just cut this. I didn't even test it out earlier to see what it would look like. We could do this. I don't know, I think I like the other one already better. Yeah, I think I like the other one. Okay, I think, well, I need to peek this one out a little bit more. I think that this purple strips, they are not making me happy. I can tell right away. They are not, but we could try it with the purple paper and see. The starry, yeah, I think I like the purple paper. So, but we could test this out real quick with this paper here. See if we like that. So this is a little bit more like the original card, just different back paper. So we've got that, which I don't know if that has enough contrast. I think I still like the purple one better. So let's try one more thing. I think, okay, we've got Starry Sky, which is a purple paper. Let's see what it looks like with these strips here. Got the background. Let's see. The purple, I think we need the green strips back. Yep. All right. I think I just answered my question because I really like the way this looks. The Starry Sky with these green strips, I think looks like the best out of all the color combinations. I like that. And then that. What do you think? I think this is like the best color combination. And then we have this one, which is just a little bit different, but they're both really cute, right? So I think I'm going to go with that. So let's build this up. So the best way to assemble this card is to put a little bit of glue. These strips right here are 4 inches by 3 1/4 inches. Okay. And I'm just going to have a little bit of it peeking, about maybe half or a little bit less than half, just peeking out. And I just kind of, when you have a pattern with like a line or things that are straight, you kind of need to line them up. So there's the one. And then we'll come here and we'll add glue to the bottom here. And we'll just put this on here like this. Okay, there we go. Doesn't that look cute? All right, and then I think we'll just center this one. It's a Starry Sky. And this piece the Starry Sky piece measures 3.5 by 4.25. And if you want the measurements for my card, please go to my blog. It's the very first link in the description of this video. And I have the cutting instructions for this card, all the different dimensions. So if you missed what I said, just please check it out on my blog. And then we're going to adhere this onto here. I am just going to put glue on the designer paper kind of in the center. I am not going to bother to put glue kind of in the middle here because the paper is sticking out further. So I am going to just leave that void of adhesive. And then I'll just settle in somewhere between the top and the bottom there. Like that. Oh, scoot this a little bit over. Okay. And then we'll grab this little guy. Put this up here. All right. Okay. And then we'll grab a bow. I tied a little baker's twine bow earlier. On the original card, there is some, there is a baker's twine wrapped bow around here, and you could do that. You could wrap the baker's twine right around the layers, but baker's twine is very, especially if you use white, it's hardly noticeable in terms of when you wrap it around. So I just would prefer to tie a bow, and then instead of wrapping it around and then tying a bow, because it's easier to tie a bow standalone first. Okay, so we got our little bow on there. And then we'll need some rhinestone jewels. And I'm just picking some up off of this piece. And I'm just gonna do my same pattern, because once I decide on a pattern for my jewels, I just like to do the same pattern because it takes me a while to decide. And then I know once I decided that that's the pattern I want. So there we go. We've got two slightly different cards just by changing out the card colors, the background from Calypso Coral to Starry Sky. We actually kept this paper the same. And I think it just adds just a nice little kind of frame for the card. We did delete one layer off of the original card. There was an extra little piece of contrasting or a little slightly different designer series paper down here on the bottom, but I felt it was not really necessary to the card. I also moved the greeting from this side over to this side because the corgi was taller. So you can do things like that on the when you're making the card from the original sketch. You might need to change out some of those layers just a little bit to make them make sense for the images that you have chosen. And so I think they're so cute. I think this makes a great little friendship card, and it still will be available for a few months. And this is a great card going into the warmer months of the year. No, it's a little early, but I like to think warm thoughts this time of year because it is so cold. And this morning I woke up, I was freezing. So I kind of like to think of myself as the corgi, and I actually need a fan and not a heater this time of year. Not to mention the fact that there are some people that live in warmer climates right now, and then this card would be very appropriate to give this time of year. All right, let's I just want to remind everyone who's joined us that we have free shipping on orders of $75 or more on Thursday, December 15th, 2022. So make sure you take advantage of that if you have anything that you want to order. Maybe you need to stock up on some card stock. I know I just bought a whole bunch of card stock recently just to replenish what I had been using. So as a paper crafter, that's one of the essentials we always need. So have a look, maybe stock up on adhesive and cardstock, and pick yourself up a cute little stamp set out of the annual catalog. Maybe you want Glad We're Friends now, or the Butterfly Kisses Designer Series paper. All right, I have a host code. If you're placing an online order that day, you can use this host code. And if you use this host code, you will get a free gift at the end of the month. And if you're getting the free shipping, you will qualify for this. These are the loose daisy embellishments, and they are so adorable. And one thing I love about these is that they are flat-ish compared to some of the other embellishments that we have that are loose embellishments that tend to be a little bit bulkier. I like flat because I mail most of my cards, and so the flatter an embellishment can be, the happier I am, because I don't want my embellishment to get destroyed or my card to get destroyed when it goes through the mail. So these guys are just like, they're so cute, perfect for spring coming up. So use that host code and spend at least $50 in December, and you will get those mailed to you. Probably won't get there to you till mid-January because I can't order them till January 5th. They are in the new coming up catalog, the Jan to April mini catalog, starting on January 5th. Okay, I think that's all the housekeeping I have. But make sure, I want you to know that my supply list is always on my blog. So if you need to double check anything, my dimensions, what I use, click over to my blog, and that is kind of your reference source, and it will show you everything about today's card and the supplies I used. All right, let's take a look and say hello to everyone who's joined me. Good morning, Marty and Linda and Janine and Ellie. Hello. Oh, it's cold and frozen in Connecticut this morning. Yeah, the same here. Good morning, Pam. Good morning, Vicky from Maine. And Maine must be even more frozen than Massachusetts, I bet. Good morning, Mary. And Mary said she loves corgis. Yeah, corgis are they're very sweet. They've got a cute little personality. The one thing I have to say, I did have to take care of our neighbor's corgi once. And I find corgis really hard to pick up because they've got a really long body, so their center of weight is not what I'm used to when picking up a dog, because especially since they've got those shorter legs, and it was very different. We had a Sheltie, and when you picked up the Sheltie, it was like kind of a different feel, but a corgi's like a really solid, long dog. It was hard picking up the corgi to put it in the car. I think I picked it up for my neighbors. They went away on vacation, and I had to pick the dog up from the place where they were boarding it at, and bring it back for them so they could have their corgi home when they got home. And I had picked up the corgi, and it was like, my goodness, what do I do with all this body? But they're cute dogs. Good morning, Linda. Oh, and your grandson loves corgis. Oh, that's so sweet. I have not seen any corgis in our neighborhood. We do not have any corgis in our neighborhood right now. So my only experience was with my neighbor's corgi Sheltie mix, but it was much more like a corgi than it was a Sheltie. And Marty agreed with me with the starry sky. So I think I made the good choice. I was going to let everyone choose, but After I saw it, like I just knew that that's what it had to be. Good morning, Cindy. Betty says they're cute cards. She's going to go back and watch from the beginning. Ah, that's sweet. Thank you, Betty. And Betty's in Oregon. Cindy says she likes that set. It's a very cute stamp set. Where did it go? It's got, the little guinea pig. We don't often have guinea pig images, so this might be nice for guinea pig lovers. The corgi's cute. The cat is cute. And it's got punny greetings. It's Guinea. It's gonna be a great day. It's just very cute. Like, I'm blown away by you. I could have used that greeting on this card too. So, just very sweet. Marty says she got an electric blanket last winter and you love it. I have conflicted interests with electric blankets. I don't know, like I love down. So I love kind of the natural element, and I'm just like a little worried that I would get addicted to my electric blanket and never ever want to leave home again. Like never want to stay at another person's house or a hotel because I wouldn't have my electric blanket. So I'd be a little bit nervous about that. But I do love my down duvet. That's it's hard to get out of bed though, because it's just so nice and warm. Oh, did I say it was Ellie? It's Marty who got the electric blanket. I love that. All right. Cindy says, thank you again, Brenda, for sharing. Happy holidays to everyone. Aw. Cindy said she won that stamp set at On Stage. Oh, that's fun. Marty says, she loves the cards. Thank you. Well, I will be going live 2 more times before the holidays. I'll be live on Friday and then next Tuesday. And then I'm going to take a week off because I will be away. And so I will let you know those dates on my Tuesday next Tuesday, but I'll still be going live a couple more times before the holidays. Probably not with holiday cards, but I want to use things that are coming up and cool. I'm not sure if I'll do any sneak peeks from the new Jan to April mini. I might save those for right the week before that catalog goes live. All right, guys, don't forget to take care. Don't take care. I can't even speak this morning. Don't forget about the free shipping on orders of $75 or more on Thursday, and take advantage of that. Have a if you can't join me until after the holidays, have a safe and happy holiday. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, or whatever you celebrate. I hope you have a great time with friends and family. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.